Today we are going to learn about adding coins up to $1. So let's start by introducing the coins. First, we have the penny. The penny is worth 1 cent. It would take 100 pennies to add up to $1. Next, we have the nickel. The nickel is worth 5 cents. It would take 20 nickels to add up to $1. Next, we have the dime. The dime is worth 10 cents. So even though it's smaller than the nickel, it is worth more. You would need 10 dimes to get to $1. Last, we have the quarter. The quarter is worth 25 cents. It only takes 4 quarters to get to $1.
Now let's talk about the sides of a coin. These are examples of heads and tails. It can be easy to identify the head because it has a face of a historical figure on it. The tails of the coin have symbols of America. Now, if we take a closer look, here are the heads and tail of a penny. Here is the heads and a tail of a nickel. Here is a head and a tail of a dime. Here is a head and a tail of a quarter.
Let's rank the coins from the ones that have the most value to the ones that have the least value. The penny is only worth 1 cent, so it has the least value. Next is the nickel, and even though it's one of the bigger coins, it is only worth 5 cents. Next is the dime, and the dime is smaller, but it is worth 10 cents. Next, there is the quarter. That is worth 25 cents. So to review the coins in order from least to greatest, it goes penny, nickel, dime, quarter.
Now we are going to practice skip counting by the value of the coins till we get to $1. Since the penny is only worth 1 cent, we don't need to skip count. So we are going to start with nickels. A nickel is worth 5 cents. Let's count by fives until we get to $1. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, which means $1.
Now the coins that we're going to skip count are dimes, and they are worth 10 cents each. 10,
20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100.
That makes a whole dollar. Now we're going to skip count by quarters. Quarters are worth 25 cents each. 25, 50, 75, 100. That makes $1.
Let's practice counting up a bunch of different coins to see if they make $1. You're going to do this along with me. Miss Penix is going to hand you a worksheet and a handful of coins. Organize your coins along with me. Let's start with pennies. We're going to take all of the pennies out of our pile. Let's count them all up. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pennies. That means we have 5 cents. Let's go to nickels. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nickels. Let's skip count by fives to see the total we have. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We have 25 cents. Next, let's go to dimes. We have 1, 2 dimes. So let's skip count by tens to see the value of all of the dimes we have. 10, 20. We have 20 cents in dimes. Last, we have quarters. We have 1, 2 quarters. Let's skip count by 25 to see the total value of quarters we have. 25, 50. We have 50 cents in quarters. Let's add all of them up to see if we have $1. 5 plus 25 is 30. 35 plus 20 is 50, and 50 plus 50 is 100, which means we have a total of $1.
Let's look and see if we forgot anything. Oh no, we forgot our decimal places. I know that the 5 is worth 5 cents, so that is in the ones place, and we need a 0 in the tens place, and then we can put a decimal, and that represents 5 cents. For 25, the 2 is in the tens place, and the 5 is in the ones place, so we need our decimal there, and that is 25 cents. For our dime, we have a 2 in the tens place, and a 0 in the ones place, and we would need the decimal point in front of the 2. For 50 cents, we have a 5 in the tens place and a 0 in the ones place, so we need our decimal place in front of the 5. All of our coins equal $1. We would need to put our decimal place in between the 1 and the 0. Jim has 1 quarter, 2 dimes, and 1 penny. Sarah has 3 dimes, 1 nickel, and 2 pennies. Who has more? We're going to start by counting the amount of coins that Jim has. Jim has 1 quarter, which is worth 25 cents. He has 2 dimes, which are 10 cents each. Then he has 1 penny, which is 1 cent. Now we're going to add the amount up and see what our total is. 25, 35, 45, 46. Jim has 46 cents. Now we're going to count the amount of coins Sarah has. Sarah has 3 dimes, which are 10 cents each. She has 1 nickel, which is 5 cents. She has 2 pennies, which are 1 cent each. Now we're going to count her total. 10, 20, 30, 35, 36, 37. Sarah has 37 cents. And we know that 46 cents is bigger than 37 cents, so Jim has the greater amount.
We're going to do another Who Has More question, but this time do it along with me. First we have Ben. Ben has 1 penny and 2 quarters. And then we have Sydney. Sydney has 1 quarter, 1 dime, and 2 nickels. Let's count up the total of how many Ben has, but this time we're going to make sure to put decimals because we forgot the last time. Ben has 1 quarter, that's 25 cents, and another quarter, that's also 25 cents, and 1 penny, which is 1 cent. Let's add all of those up. 25 plus 25 is 50, plus 1 is 51. Ben has a total of 51 cents. Now let's count out Sydney's coins. Sydney has 1 quarter, which equals 25 cents, 1 dime, which equals 10 cents, and 2 nickels, which are 5 cents each. Let's count how much Sydney has total. 25 plus 10 is 35, plus 5 is 40, and plus another 5 is 45. Sydney has a total of 45 cents. And we know that 51 is bigger than 45, so Ben has more.
Now we're going to do one final example together. Gage has 1 quarter and 3 nickels. Mary has 1 quarter and 3 dimes. Now we're going to count together and see who has more. A quarter is 25 cents, and he has 1. Nickels are 5 cents, and he has 3. Now we're going to add that total together. 25, 30, 35, 40. Gage has 40 cents. Mary has 1 quarter, which is 25 cents. She has 3 dimes, which are 10 cents each. Now we're going to add the total. 25, 35, 45, 55. So Mary has 55 cents. We know that 55 is bigger than 40, so therefore Mary has more coins.
Now we are going to go back to the original question we asked you before the video started. You're at the store and your favorite candy is $1, but you only have change. And I'm going to show you one way of how you can make $1. So I'll start with 1 quarter, which is 25 cents. And I'll add 2 dimes, which are 10 cents each. So 35 and 45. And then I'll have a nickel, which is 5 cents. which gets me to 50. And then I'll do another quarter, which gets me to 75. Another dime, which gets me to 85. A nickel, which gets me to 90. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pennies, which gets me to 100 or $1. Now, I want you to show Miss Penix one example of how you could make a dollar that's different from the one that I just showed you.
Thanks for watching!